Welcome, guys, to Lost in the Desert podcast, episode 3.
Episode 3 already.
Yep, episode 3. It just gets weirder and weirder the more episodes we have, but hey, the process is the process.
I know, and it's been really good. We've been getting a lot of good feedback as well. Even on episode 2, a lot of good feedback.
Yeah, people weren't a fan of my Selena take
Yeah.
from.
No, I think both ways. It went both ways. On TikTok, it just went crazy.
I'm pretty sure they were more mad at me. The people who agreed with me were like, I disagree, but fair is fair. I get it. I get why you would. But everybody who like said no to me, they're like, F this guy.
No, it was
How
crazy.
dare you?
Selena's loved, bro. I told you, Selena's loved.
Well, I'm sure she is.
And
but...
another thing as well, Andrew Schultz gave DM me, give us the thumbs up on the
Yeah,
video.
because you have a chubby for Andrew Schultz. We all
Hey,
know
who
this.
cares?
That's fine.
Hey,
Whatever.
the goat recognizes real. That's what's up.
Can I say that? Can I say that during Ramadan? You have a chubby
That's
for
fine.
somebody
Oh,
else?
also, happy Ramadan Mubarak.
Or
I just
Ramadan
thought-
Karim, depending on
Yeah,
which part of the world
Ramadan
you are.
Mubarak, Ramadan Karim to all my brothers and sisters out there. So,
Or Muzzy brothers and sisters.
yes. Hopefully, this Ramadan, you just be thankful, spend time with your family, and enjoy
Mhm.
it. Today's already third day.
Third day.
Third day I'm
Yeah.
fasting. Yep.
And seeing in the spirit of Ramadan, and because you were pretty petty with that
Mm-hmm.
that pen, I'm going to bring up the little Lakers water bottle
Yeah.
for my Lakers.
It's all right. It's hotter in Jahannam, anyways.
He's got literally
fine.
like just 40 minutes until he has to break his fast.
Yeah.
Yummy. The taste of
You're
victory.
petty. You're so
The
petty.
taste of victory.
You're so petty.
Hey, you shot me with a gun last time, so a little
That's
Nerf
fair,
gun.
which I actually left on the side.
The taste of a 3-win streak.
Oh yeah, let's talk about your Lakers. The Lakers are doing good.
No, I don't want to jinx them, so I'm pretty superstitious. I feel like I'm bad luck every
Oh,
time
no, let's
I
talk
talk
about
about
it
my
then.
sports team.
Oh, let's talk. I think the Lakers are gonna go to the playoffs. I'm gonna jinx them.
There's 7 or 6 games left, depending on when you're listening to this.
Yeah.
I am optimistic. I think we will make the play-in. I don't know. I can't guarantee they'll make the playoffs.
Really? Even if
No.
LeBron comes back?
Well, play-in is like... Well, he actually just this morning got upgraded to doubtful.
Okay.
But I don't want to say. I think they will. I just don't want to say it. So it is what it is.
We'll see how your Lakers do.
It is, yeah. But yes, let's go into, I think sports is this only section so far we haven't started with. So we're going to start with sports today. Do you want to go to tech or?
No, let's go with sports. Let's go.
No, I mean like after sports and then you
we'll
do tech and
tech.
entertainment.
Yep.
We'll finish with entertainment
Fair
last time. So initially sports, I did want to come here and like brag about my Lakers and drink as much, nutritious water as I can. He's dying of thirst. He has not had anything to drink since like what? What time does it start? 6:40 in the morning.
So low. So suhoor is around right now at 5:16 a.m.
5:16.
5:16.
This guy hasn't had water since 5:16.
I know. So my energy is very low for the next couple of weeks till Ramadan is over. You can tell the difference. So if you just see me chilling, it's because I'm fasting. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, but it's all right. Bro, I'm so hungry.
Right.
So starving, son.
I was going to I was actually going to bring I was going to troll him and just bring tons of food,
which I'm okay with.
and water and everything like that, just stuff that I know he likes. But my sister told me I was being kind of a dickhead, so I was like, never mind. I'll just bring my water.
Your sister's a real one.
Yeah,
she's a real one,
I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah, so for sports, I actually don't want to talk about my Lakers. I want to talk about Luka getting fined by. Who's that outside the studio? I want to talk about Luka getting fined by the NBA for making a little money gesture at the ref. And this whole, I think it was, who was it before him? CJ? Was it CJ or Kyle Lowry? One of them folk also got fined like a couple weeks ago. The referee fines are getting a little crazy.
Yeah, but how much was the fine for?
It's like $35K. But that's not the point. It's what the fine like symbolizes.
No, right? For sure.
Luka's Eastern European. He's cheap as hell. He's taking that $35K seriously. I don't care how big I don't care how big his contract is.
That's his hookah money right there. No, I think what's happening right now, it's the refs are definitely ruining the game, especially when they're not letting them really play, and everybody right now is just being careful. And I think what they need to change it, what everybody's been saying, is that when they see a bad call on refs, they should be held accountable of getting suspended and fined as well. maybe they start
Right.
doing their job because they're so soft now. Even if you look at the ref wrong or if you give them the ball back and it's a little bit aggressive, they're getting technical like text.
Text for no
It's
reason.
crazy and it's truly
Agreed.
ruining the game.
I think the accountability needs to happen because I understand why they don't want like people publicly questioning the refs. Oh, what the hell was
Yeah, so there you go. There you go. That's why you want to drink water, didn't you, huh?
that garlic chicken, my guy?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. No, sip on your water. Sip
no,
on your
I
water,
got it.
please. Because your life just about to take.
That water was tasty.
Astaghfirullah.
But I understand why they don't want people constantly like questioning the refs or like weaponizing the officiating. Like I think that ruins the game when the players now are constantly like using the refs against. But at the same time, there needs that accountability needs to be held like even if not in public needs to be held behind closed doors. And I think if it was happening more and more behind closed doors, the players wouldn't feel as entitled to sit there and like publicly question.
No, it should be public because if the players are getting their when they get fined and it's all public out there, same thing should be for the refs. They should be same way. They should even hold press conferences as well after the game to be like, "Why did you make this bad call?" Makes sense because usually for refs, there shouldn't be that many mistakes. You have one job.
It's hard to implement in like a basketball game because certain things don't like a mistake might like even if you do make a mistake, it still doesn't guarantee the end of the game unless maybe we're talking about like Celtics v LeBron,
Yeah.
that block. Like very few decisions really influence the outcome of a game, and it's hard to overturn. I don't know if you watch F1, but F1 has no problem like taking away fines or taking people like on and off the podium like after the race like constantly. Like do you watch any Formula 1?
Last time was probably when
Are you
Hamilton,
familiar with any of the names I'm gonna give out?
just Hamilton.
Fair enough. He's only the only G in there anyway.
Yeah, that's the only real one.
Poor Michael.
And he
But
also owns an English bulldog, so that's why I know why. Yeah. Shout out
okay.
to my boy Tony.
But anyway, the point is just that it's hard to fix a mistake after the game in basketball. Like in F1 is my easiest example. Like if somebody gets given a like penalties over there, they're like time worth. So if you get like a 5-second time penalty, great, just adds it to the end of the race, or if
Yeah, they're still like can make
so
it
then
up.
you can be like, cool, okay, well,
Yeah.
if I take it away, you move up 2 spots. If I add it, you still move down 2 spots. So it's easier to fix, but in basketball, not really. So I wonder how would you fix this? How would you like you make a bunch of bad calls? How would you like hold referees accountable?
Oh, they get fined.
They don't make that much money.
Doesn't matter. They watch. Well, it's not gonna be the same fine as the NBA players, but there's a certain percentage where it will affect
Okay, I
them,
guess.
so they can do their job right. Because it's not that as well. Because it's not just ruining the game. Because maybe your team is one win away from being in the playoffs, but that game the ref messed it up. Now it's got taken away. Also, there's people that went and bought tickets. They saved up to go watch their home team play, and then now it got ruined because of one bad call. It falls on a lot of things. Or that's the game that messed up your parlay, which most likely happened to me because of a bad ref call, and then now people lost their money. So it
I
affects a
think
lot of things from one bad call.
I think we should allow teams more what's it called, more challenges towards like the end of a game, like towards say like the last minute and a half of a game.
Yeah.
Like doesn't matter if you've used your challenges before the game, but towards minute and a half you automatically get every team member automatically gets like 1 or 2 challenges, right, that they can use. And then afterwards maybe referees get fined. Maybe they get like points put on, kind of like, again, back to racing, like kind of like on a race car drivers like
Yeah.
license points, like you get points put on, and if you have too many, like you temporarily lose your license, like your ability. So say you can't afford to actually like take five, six, $7,000 fines, whatever it is, just put points on them. And the more of these mistakes you make, the worse it looks for you, and the worse chances you have to officiate like big games like finals and stuff like that. So I think just holding them accountable to their record. This is something maybe they should talk about with the NBA Players Association, but
Yeah. Who's still in charge of that this year? Is it still Chris
I
Paul?
think Chris Paul is still the president for all I
Yeah.
know.
Two things I can see, or get the refs from Europe
No. What's that
Yeah.
have to do with anything?
Or because dude, if European games are much funner to watch, and then they also let them like
That
get a
has
little
nothing to do with
upset.
the refs. That's
Well,
just the rules
but
and the playing.
but imagine if the refs let them play,
Okay,
or
now we've gone left. Now
no,
we've
it's not
gone
even
left.
gone left, or have retired NBA players who play in the NBA become refs as
I
well.
can't force people to become refs. You could ask them, but
Yeah, but I mean, like look at
you know,
Richard Jefferson. Jefferson, he tried it during the NBA All Star. He said he liked it.
I don't
I,
think he was serious.
yeah, but I mean, like get some people that actually played the
I
game.
would, hey, but again, who is going to
Yeah, I don't
who's
think
going to take that kind of pay cut?
I don't. Yeah, but I don't see any.
You
teams
need a bunch of
anytime
like
soon.
mid to low players who've got nothing going on with their day.
But I do respect Mark Cuban for the Mavericks, where he's like, I'm protesting because with that game against the Warriors the other day when they lost by 2 points, and then that was a bad call, and he's like, well, we're protesting against the ref. So we are
Keep your
gonna
hand
see
off
some
the mic.
things, huh?
Keep your hand off the mic.
No, no,
You
I'm good.
messing? You not messing with
No,
with
I'm
the
not
little
messing with the
settings?
thing. No, no, I'm not messing
Okay.
with the thing.
All right. Yeah, you were
And
saying.
now you see, I'm off track now. I'm fasting. Anyways, proceed. This motherfucker.
I'm trying to do the Nate Dogg at the beginning of Gin and Juice. That intro, the
Oh, I'm so hungry.
So yeah, that was essentially it for sports. Like I think the officiating is going out of hand. They may need to take a page from other people's books and just
Yeah.
give the referees points and make sure like fans know like, oh, when they make a mistake, like when they made that mistake, that block on LeBron. I know we love to say like stars complain and stuff like that, which is 100%
No,
true,
that
but
was BS though.
that block was foul.
And you know me, I'm not even a LeBron fan. That I was like, they did him dirty.
And I was like, he just smacked his hand.
Yeah, they did him dirty. But then also that's like it goes back.
Hey, the
to,
game is the game, right?
But also that was Celtics and Lakers.
Celtics Lakers, yeah.
That's the biggest rivalry in.
We're not talking about finals. We're talking about just a regular
Yeah,
season
but I
game.
mean, it still has that hospitality thing type of thing.
Eh, you think so? Because I think that now I know Lakers won that game. Now I know they literally won that
But not
game.
on
You're
the
telling me
book, though.
LeBron's gonna miss both free throws? Come on, the game was tied.
Yeah.
We were just gonna make one. He only needed him to make one.
Yeah.
We probably would have won that game. But yeah, that's my little sports take. Speaking of F1, actually, Aston Martin, you guys need to keep an eye on them. They just had the Saudi Arabian Grand Prix. You guys need to go keep your eye on Aston Martin because they came out of nowhere. And Alonso's coming back. Maybe that's something we talk about next week when there's another Grand Prix going on. I think there's another one next week, and then we'll have qualifying after.
Is that the same race that they're hyping up in Vegas this summer?
They do have a race in Vegas this year. I think they have Vegas and Miami.
Yeah, but I remember they were talking about how they're
They
building.
wanted a street circuit.
Yeah, they're closing down the whole Vegas Strip.
Mhm.
But then is it that? But that's a lot of tight turns.
That's kind of the point. That's street circuits.
Oh, okay.
It's a whole test of it's a whole test of every track has its own positives and negatives. Every track has its own
Yeah.
characteristics. You have to set the car up. Like a car could do great on one track, terrible in another. Like street circuits are typically slower, lighter cars, less aerodynamic. So usually power and grip usually wins the game. For that one,
I might watch the Vegas one because I've been hearing about it.
We should go to the Vegas one because Vegas is like 3 hours away.
You want to go to the Vegas one?
Bro,
Have you checked the tickets?
So
5Gs, my guy.
5G's where though?
That's like the hotel and everything, the whole package.
We'll figure something out.
Oh, you need to sleep in the car.
If we have any fans out there who want to support the
That
cause,
was wild. Send him to Vegas.
Hey, it is what it is.
Yeah.
The Miami one is nice too.
Oh yeah. Actually, Miami wouldn't be bad.
Like in the 90s, Phoenix actually was pretty well known.
For what?
They had a F1 venue here. The U.S. Grand Prix was held in Phoenix.
The one
in like the 90s.
But the one at the track that's still.
No. And it was a street circuit. It was downtown.
Oh, really?
It was a street circuit, and it was known for getting hot as balls.
Yeah, I mean, that's
people were cooking in there in those cars, getting picked up. I think there was one with like Nigel Mansell, British champion for Williams.
I'm thinking about the other track where they have the NASCAR, right off the freeway.
Wild Horse.
Yeah, by Wild Horse.
Oh no, that's trash.
Yeah,
but they had a bunch of Camrys racing. I'd just go back to Saudi Arabia.
Oh Lord, bro. Oh yo, fan.
Bro. Nobody's watching. Like, I'm sorry. I'm not. I have zero interest in NASCAR. I could care less. If I want to watch a bunch of regular cars race, I would go to the Middle East.
I'll check out more F1. Probably the Vegas one is probably gonna get me tuned in. Right. Yeah, but that's it.
F1 was another one where Lewis was robbed last year, but that's that's fine. He's already a 7-year champ. Max is not catching up to that.
No, I think I mean, I
He's
don't
a
even watch
seven-time
F1.
champ. What else do
No,
you
I
want?
think, but it's not even talking about as him as a driver, like as an athlete overall, like because he's well known. Like I don't even watch F1, but I know who Hamilton is. So that he's a different type of brand.
He is. Yeah, I think he's also because he's just sort of like, he's in fashion. He's in pop culture. Like,
Everything.
every people like him. You can't really say
And
that
he's
for a
also,
lot.
I'm
You
not
can't
gonna
really
lie,
say that
bro.
for a lot of them.
But like, even though if you follow him, because like I said, I kind of knew of him as well because he's an athlete and he also has an English bulldog. But it's also like, man, that dude is classy.
The dog.
Bro, his dog living the best life, traveling with him.
That's his second dog, right? His first one passed.
Yeah, but that's his. He has a bulldog.
All those bulldogs look
If you
100
got a
years
bulldog,
old.
you got a check mark for me. Like
No.
I'll become a fan.
Anyway, let's move on because
Yeah.
we're dragging into tech. All right. What's your tech topic for this week? You got one?
No, I don't have one.
I do.
Tech is you.
So,
Tech is all you. Because
hey,
I'm
you have
telling you right now.
anything you're curious about? Any question I can answer for you? Damn.
Okay, I got a good one.
Okay.
Should we be scared of the whole AI thing that's been taken over a lot now?
No, overhyped.
Overhyped.
Like, it's not. We're not dealing with Age of Ultron. Like, not yet.
Yeah. But I mean, it is kind of scary how you can just put whatever you like and then
First
it
of all,
just
the
comes
whole
out.
AI thing is, I feel like, more of a marketing gimmick, right?
Okay.
It's not really free thinking as we think it is. Like, it's not. It hasn't reached that level yet. They still have barriers. They still have blocks in their code. Like,
But
it's
it
not
does have potential.
potential, but what are we gonna really do with it?
Bro, imagine like you can just be like, hey, I need to write a paper about this subject and it does it for you. Like,
Oh yeah, like, I'm not. Wave your hand. The lights went
do
out
you
again
think?
for the
Do you think
audio
it'll work?
listeners.
Nah, it wouldn't work. Let me just move. You fuck.
I've got to get my posture right. Yeah, I think it's more of a marketing gimmick than anything. And let's call it intelligent code. But that's about it.
Yeah. Okay. Do you have anything for tech?
So I do have something for tech. I'm sure a lot of you guys have been on TikTok and you've seen what news channel he's from. I have no idea, but it's basically a reporter sitting on a news channel talking about the Netflix, Hulu, all those, HBO, all those streaming services cracking down on user sharing. And he goes, you know what? Your service is about convenience. It's no longer convenient. You know what I'm going to do? Find another service. And he's just going on a rant. It's a nice little TikTok clip. Maybe search Netflix convenience. I don't know. You'll find it. And it brings up a good point. Their services was about convenience. And I thought about it. I think it's still convenient.
Netflix.
Even if they crack down on the user sharing thing, I think it's still convenient.
I mean, I haven't really paid for Netflix for the past God knows how long because
What's their name?
No, it's because
Who's paying for it?
No, because it comes with my phone plan.
Oh, what do you have?
T-Mobile.
Oh, same, but I'm not doing that.
No, it's not something you have to add on. It just came with it.
How
Like,
much is your phone bill?
my phone bill, I pay just for one person, 80.
Jeez, that's a ripoff. What do you get for 80?
80, get my phone, get unlimited everything.
It's not really unlimited, but I'll show you. I pay 50. I also have T-Mobile. I also have pretty much unlimited everything, but I think I pay 60 actually. I upgraded. But we'll talk about that another day. That's a ripoff.
But I'm just
That's
saying,
a ripoff. $80 is a fucking ripoff.
$20 extra, but I mean, it's gonna be the same thing.
But the point is, I did a little bit of math about all the shows. So what's the alternative to Netflix or Hulu or all those streaming services? What's the alternative? What do you have to do?
Nothing.
What do you have to in order to watch TV?
Oh, get cable.
All right, get cable, or the next alternative is YouTube TV. Right, which honestly I feel like YouTube TV is way better than cable anyway. But hey,
Yeah,
to each
so
their
it's
own.
another service you have to subscribe.
Yeah,
to.
it's another service you have to subscribe to. Say you want to go to cable, right? I very briefly, before I for like literally 2 weeks till I found out this job was like very sketch, and I worked for a company that like outsourced people who hired DirecTV.
Yeah.
Literally worked for 2 weeks, and I was like, this is not what I signed up for. Have a great day.
Yeah.
Cable is a effing inconvenience. everything about it is inconvenience. Signing up is an inconvenience. Leaving is an inconvenience. Watching actual channels is an inconvenience. The availability of your channels is an
And the
inconvenience.
price that they give you is different what they bill you.
The price that they give you is different what they bill you. Even the price they bill you is like, ooh, what am I doing? Even the price they bill you, like it's just ridiculously expensive. It's like at least with promotions and everything, I saw like the cheapest I saw was like $80-something or
Which
some
is
crap like
crazy.
that. Which is like crazy.
Even if you subscribe to all like Hulu,
YouTube TV is like 70 something with taxes and like a little, a few services sprinkled on top of it. And you can literally come and go as you please. I think it goes in terms of convenience. It goes streaming services,
yeah.
YouTube TV, cable.
Yeah.
Honestly, cable at this point should just go. I don't know why the hell they still exist anyway,
because
but
now people got comfortable where they have control of what they want to watch. Because we used to have to be like, if I'm waiting for my show, I have to wait for like 2 episodes like of something else, then wait till like
right.
8 o'clock. Now where it's like, oh, it's Sunday, new episode is out, I can just go straight to the show
So,
and watch it.
so I did the budget. I went into my little budget document because I have Netflix, Hulu, HBO Max, all ad free,
Yeah.
Disney Plus, all ad free. And I just did the math on those four, and I said I still save like 40, like almost $35 or something
Yeah.
off of. I'm doing the math. No, like $40. I literally saved like $40 off of everything, and I'm like,
You know what you can do with that $40 that you save?
what?
Get a gym membership.
I already have a gym membership.
Oh, you should try fasting.
Yeah, no.
Yes, I told you I was gonna get.
You're not going to guilt trip me. So
Yes, I will.
hey, what do you think I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get like Middle Eastern TikTok is going like, how dare you, drink water in front of my brother? All right.
They already tried it on one of my TikToks.
Yeah,
Did you
not
see
gonna
that
happen.
TikTok I made with DJ Khaled?
No.
Yeah, there was a little side story. There's a video of DJ Khaled doing a fashion show of him walking, and I was like me walking in the kitchen after I slept all day during fasting. And there's one dude commented, goes, "I think you're not allowed to do that." And I was like, "Bro, it's just a TikTok. Like, it's not that deep."
Yeah, not that deep.
There's always gonna be people in the comment section of just being like
Taking life way too seriously.
way too seriously.
But yeah, the point is like I was listening to him scream and shout and whatever. I'm
Yeah.
like, this is still significantly more convenient. And then take the price out the way, right? Because opportunity cost. And,
Yeah.
everything costs what you feel it's worth. Personally, I can still watch whatever I effing feel like.
Do you have Netflix?
Yeah.
Do you pay it or do you use somebody else's?
I think I used my sister's
Okay.
because
Everybody
she had
always
it.
used.
She had hers. But then no, I use my sister's Netflix, but she uses my. I pay for her Spotify. We
Okay,
got a little
fair,
trade
fair,
going on.
fair. I use the only thing I use different now is my little sister's information to sign up because she's still a college student. So Spotify, ESPN, it was like $3 a month or something.
Oh, I didn't even add NBA TV that I pay for my sports. So technically, still if I wanted sports on mine, it'd probably cost me even more.
Yeah, I did use
on my
my
regular cable.
coworkers Disney Plus when it first came out for the first 3 years. Then I felt really bad because she had no idea. Because I was like, "Oh, Disney Plus just came out. Everybody was talking about it at work."
Mhm.
And I'm like, "Oh, that's crazy." She was like, "Yeah, I just got it. I got the whole year plan thing with my." And I was like, "Cool." I was like, "Let me see how it looks on my phone." She logs in. That doesn't even overthink what I'm doing, and I never log out. So I just
Right.
had Disney Plus
So
for 3 years, and she had no idea.
just paying for that.
Yeah,
I had the same
but I
thing with
logged
her
out,
spot.
and I
I
got
had the
my
same thing
own.
for my sister's Spotify. Like I didn't know I
Yeah.
was paying for her Spotify separate to mine
Yeah,
because
I
I have the
felt
family.
so
I pay for
bad.
the family plan for myself, and I have no other family.
Yeah, bro, I felt so bad because like I would watch shows and finish them, and then she probably was logging in for the past years. Like, who's been watching these shows?
So it doesn't make any sense for people to still be. I understand it is inconvenient, but business is business at this point.
Yeah, that's true.
Business is business. Whatever's going on their end, if they're like, you know what, let's crack down on this, my guy, maybe chip in a little bit and pay for your own
No,
Netflix.
but I mean, like what Disney did smart was adding the Hulu, Disney Plus, and ESPN all together for like $12.
Well, there is bundles, and believe
That's
me,
what-
if I want to go through and be creative, we can sit and pick and choose bundles because Hulu has bundles. They'll offer you HBO
Yeah.
with this, and YouTube TV has bundles, and they'll offer you some of the services.
But I
So
think that's gonna be a new thing now, where
yeah,
companies are
bundling
buying
might
in.
be a good thing.
Yeah, let me just get up.
Might be a good thing. Should we just leave it? So next time it goes out, let's just leave the lights off.
Yeah, who cares?
All right, let's just
But
leave
I
the
would
lights
say
off.
like I think that's gonna be a new thing because, um, there were other companies where they start selling the bundles together of what you prefer, I mean, that makes more sense. And then also, same thing like with the whole thing. Now it's popping with the gym memberships. Now there's third party companies
Gym
where
memberships have always been scum.
no, exactly. But now there's companies where you pay one price and you get access to like 30 different gyms in the same state. Because that's what I have. Yeah, go ahead, sip on your water. Sip on your water. Yeah, sip on your water, chubby boy. Sip
I
on your
didn't. I
water,
didn't know water had calories.
bro. Anything you put in your calories.
Does it?
Yeah.
Hey, that
No, water
avocado
has no
oil
calories.
says that
Water has no
avocado oil
calories.
says 0 calories.
Water has no calories. Yeah, but I feel like there'll be change with the. I
Yeah,
feel
I
like
don't
if
think it's.
somebody
I don't
actually
think it's
comes
that
out,
deep.
actually no, that's an idea. If somebody else does come out where you can pick three subscriptions and add them on to one payment, that would be actually be sick.
Can we just not make the family like? I feel like they could have like Netflix and all these people could have circumvented all of this and just said, we're just going to raise the price of the family plan, and you can select how many devices you want per user.
Yeah, bro. I
I
remember
feel like if they
Netflix.
did something like that, that would be. It's easy to track. I don't have time to track of which household I'm in and my IP and all that crap. Nobody wants to go through that.
No,
Just give me.
I
You
never
can
did that.
log into 3 devices. These are your 3 devices. Have fun. Like these are the 2 devices per user, TV and a phone. Call it
Dude,
a day.
I remember when Netflix first came out, my sister signed up for it, my older sister. We
Mm-hmm.
used to get the DVDs in the mail. It used to be overnight shipping. Do you remember that or no?
No,
So Netflix, when it first came out, this is when Blockbuster was still a thing. And if you don't remember
I didn't
Blockbuster,
live here, so
okay,
I may have been born here, but I didn't live here.
Blockbuster was lit, bro. But then there was a competition Netflix came out where you can order the movie and literally they mail it to you in like a day or two overnight in the mail, and it comes with a CD. You watch it, and then you just mail it back. And then all of a sudden, when they figure out they can stream the movie online, that's when they took over. Blockbuster was like, oh, I think Blockbuster had a chance to buy Netflix, but they said this will never work. Nobody's gonna watch a movie from the website. And now look,
I think 'cause
and
the internet
now
back then was terrible.
and now there's a Blockbuster documentary on Netflix.
Petty.
Cold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was my little hot take on homeboy. He was real mad, and I was with him for a second until I got on my phone and did the math.
Yeah.
You're touching your mic again. Yeah, I was with him for a second until I went and did the math, and I said, "This is still way more convenient, and I can come and go as I please." And
Yeah.
like I would actually rather like, hey, I would prefer you guys bundle it, so I don't have to go through digging through my bank statement at the end of the month. I'm like, oh, Netflix, Hulu, HBO, all
Like,
this
yeah,
crap.
mischarge. Yeah.
Like, make life easier for me. Make life easier for me. You guys all need to communicate.
I agree.
So yeah, that was.
That was your
Yeah,
little
he's
take.
too hungry. He don't have. He has zero.
I have
He has zero input
This
on
is gonna be
anything
like this for
today.
the next 4 episodes. I promise you.
Today, let's just call this
Because
Kareem's
not just
episode
I'm
because
hungry.
Issam's hungry.
I'm hungry and thirsty. I have to deal with this bozo for the next 2 hours.
The fuck did I do?
Bro, look at you. You're out here sipping water, making no sense sometimes. And I'm just sitting there like, I want wings. That's what I'm thinking about right now.
We'll get you food. What are we gonna edit after this?
No, where are you gonna hit it? Because I'm gonna go get food.
We're gonna get together and still edit. So I
Yeah,
can get the clips.
my priority right now is food.
I'm gonna go get food with you.
No, you take care of the rest because my thing is
Wow.
all I'm imagining right now is some lemon pepper wings. But anyways, let's
No
proceed.
wonder you're
Let's
fucking
proceed.
thirsty. That's dry ass wings. Anyway, all right. Entertainment. I have topics. What are your topics?
I have topics. It sounds so robotic. I have topics. Number one. Didn't you say you watched the movie the other day?
So I watched the Demon Slayer movie, Kimetsu no Yaiba. Excuse my pronunciation. My
Okay.
bad. The Demon Slayer movie for
Was it a packed theater?
Well, no, because it's been out for a minute.
Oh, okay.
And also, I watched it in like Glendale, Peoria area, so nobody lives over there.
Yeah.
Are you familiar? Well, you're probably
just
not.
proceed, just
You're not
give it-
familiar with. So, for those who are not familiar, so Demon Slayer is a movie, or it was a series. Excuse me, it's a series that in between seasons has movies that kind of either summarize one series and like teases the next. This one was done a little bit differently because it was literally episode, like the last 2 episodes from last season. It was like 8 and 9 or 7 and 8, and then just added episode 1 from the new season. And I was a little disappointed because the first Demon Slayer movie that they did, the Mugen Train arc, which the whole season, one of the seasons, I think it was season 2 or season 1, one of them. You should honestly you go on Funimation and just look at how everything is structured. It's so
That's the
confusing.
platform to watch a lot of
It's
anime, right?
yes, Funimation and Crunchyroll,
Yes, yes, yes.
but they also have it on
I
Netflix.
am
But
aware of that.
it's such the way it's like laid out is so confusing. But anyway, that whole train arc was a whole basically done on an entire train, and they made a movie about it. The movie was great. Movie was amazing. And this one, same thing.
1 out of 10. How much would you recommend it?
Out of 10,
Yeah,
probably like an 8.
that's a high.
Probably like
That's up there.
probably like an 8.
That's fair.
Only thing would have made it like I feel like it could have been a little bit shorter, and we could have gotten a little bit of diversity because 1 or 2 episodes were probably a filler, and that's why I took away those 2 stars.
Okay.
But hey, it's anime.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot of screaming at each other for 10 minutes. But the reason I was pissed off by this one is because I did love the last season, but you could have at least they didn't even remove the credits between
Yeah.
episodes. This was literally a Netflix party.
Oh.
This was a Funimation part. There was no credits were all I was missing is I just wanted to see the remote going click bup bup episode episode.
Oh.
That's all I was missing. Like the credits were still between. It just felt lazy. I'm like, I can't believe I paid for this. Now the individuals episode of the new season is great. The individual episode by itself is great, but the fact that I paid for it and had the nerve to release it like this was insulting. But still not gonna stop me. Like it was really good. It was really good. Like I went with my friend, and I know I wrote on my Facebook, I was like, "Oh, I'm definitely giving off spoilers," and I feel bad every time I say that.
I don't feel bad, honestly.
I feel bad because I
No,
say
I
that in a
don't.
heated moment, and then when I sit down here, I'm like,
Dude, I'm notorious for ruining people's spoilers.
"You're gonna see.
I'm notorious for this.
You're
I
gonna
just did
see
it
the rest of
yesterday.
the. You're gonna see the rest of the 12. The rest of the upper ranks,
Yeah.
which are the top of the top demons, and they're basically vampires. Like can be in the sun. They're basically vampires, but
You
they just
think
call
people
them
are gonna take
demons.
that disrespect because you call them vampires?
Well, no, because that's literally what they are. They're basically vampires minus the Christianity and the cross and the holy water. That's the whole thing. Their powers and everything is just like vampires. But what's really good about it, actually, my favorite thing about it is like the only way you can kill one of these demons is you behead them, right? Or
Yeah.
they're like get caught in the sun. And every time like a demon gets killed, their life kind of flashes before their eyes, and they show you the story of how they became, and they all automatically go from villain to I feel bad for them immediately. And you love these people and their stories.
Oh,
And that's the best part. The best part isn't the fighting the demon. It's like you're waiting for
You get attached.
you get attached to them, but only
Yeah.
once they get killed, and you see like their bodies are like, you know, Thanosing away,
Yeah.
right? And you see the whole story and how their demeanor changes with their heads. It's
Like you start
it's so
questioning stuff like
great.
why am I attached to like a villain?
Yeah.
Yeah, that
Exactly.
reminds me of who was explaining to it was about the Sopranos. How Tony Soprano, I know this is from anime, but to the
No,
show
it
where
works.
he's such a villain and he calls the shots, but everybody's obsessed with him, and they even also at one point you feel bad for him. So it's crazy how they have that effect on that.
And I
Especially when you're
become
supposed to hate like it's basically you're supposed to hate the villain and love the hero, but sometimes it's like I think as you get older too, you start realizing like this villain had his reasons.
yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And like the ones from the last two, from the end of the season 2, the brother sister, duo, like they tear each other apart as they're sitting there like headless staring at each other.
Yeah.
They're tearing each other apart, and then her life flashes before and his life flash, and the whole thing intertwines, and they're like walking towards, like she's given the chance to go to heaven and he's given the chance to go to hell, and she's like, oh no, I'm hopping on your back and we ride and die together. I'm like, man, this is beautiful but sad and a little terrifying. And after like since the beginning of the show, you start, as soon as you see a new demon, you're like, I can't wait for them to cut their head off so I can see how they
became.
so I can see their backstory.
Yeah. No, that makes
Like
sense.
I'm just waiting for you to cut their. I could care less about all of this fighting. I just want you to see you slice his head off so I can see their backstory.
Yeah.
So yeah, you see all the upper ranks for once, and some of them are really cool. My nerd friends will get this. Dude with the red hair, still feel bad for him every time you see his face. Yeah, that was pretty much it. Definitely go watch it, but also it is April's around the corner. Might want to wait.
Yeah, I watched a different movie. I went to watch John Wick 4,
Go ahead.
and I liked it. I gave it also 8 out of 10. I think the only thing that bothered me out of that movie was there was a because Keanu Reeves is an amazing actor, and he also trains jiu-jitsu, which I love him for that because I love
Right.
jiu-jitsu is amazing. If anybody gets a chance to go take a class, I'll go recommend it. Honestly, it would change your life. Train either gi with no gi, I recommend it. But there are some moves that he was trying to do jiu-jitsu moves while he's in the fighting scene, but they were so slow, and I think they only had one shot to do it, so they're just like, screw it, we're gonna just use this shot. But overall, I liked it. But then there's like other questions as well. It's like, how many times can you get hit and still keep walking? Like it's crazy. But I loved it. I
I
love
thought two
Keanu
was
Reeves.
crazy.
I love Keanu Reeves, and also you got to give him props because he filmed that movie as well the same time as The Matrix. And the same thing with The Matrix, there's so many fighting scenes that the actors have to like memorize. So he did that all in the same time frame. You have to give him props. It's like
He was
it's a lot of stuff to do.
he
A
was
lot of
probably like,
shots.
I'm not, I'm already conditioned, and I'm just gonna let it ride and just do all these movies
Genius,
once.
bro. But
So like, I'm not gonna
because you have to memorize
get my
every
fitness
punch.
up, relax between movies, get my fitness up again. I said, I'm already fit, I'm already peak. Let's go.
And then
That's probably why he thought
the
about
crazy
it.
thing I saw the other day as well, from John Wick 1 to John Wick 4, it all the storyline, the timeline happened less than a year.
That's
That's what's
true.
crazy about it.
That is true.
Yeah.
I didn't think about that.
So if you ever, so now when John Wick 4 comes out on whatever HBO, you can watch it from 1 through 4, and then it'll all connect. Obviously, the timeline of
Which is your favorite John Wick?
1 and 2.
No, one. You have to pick one of them.
I'll say 1 because my favorite scene is when the guy talks about why they call him Baba Yaga. That's my favorite scene.
One is good.
That scene is so hard. He's like when he's explaining how cold he is, and he's like Baba Yaga.
Okay, mine is probably one.
I say
Bro,
1.
when you seeing Common in the second one, and she's like, "Oh, I know my brother did this," and she like slits her own wrist in the pool in Italy.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a hard movie.
No, I'll
No,
go with 1.
two is my favorite. Two is my favorite. And
Okay.
then when he
I, that,
socks him in the face,
I can't argue with that because those are two of my favorites.
when he gets him in the face, and he's like sitting there eating duck, he's like, "Are you ever had
but
duck
yeah,
fat or
if
whatever?"
you like action movies though, and I would say this to a lot of people, if you want to see where the inspiration got from John Wick, there's a movie. There's 2 parts of them, and they're pretty sure they're on HBO. It's called The Raid and The Raid 2.
The
If you're an
Raid and the
action
Raid 2.
fan, you would know that movie because I'm telling you right now that is one of the best action movies I've ever seen.
I did see
And most of the fighting scenes you see from John Wick, there's a lot of references and stuff that I wouldn't say stolen, just inspired of from John Wick from The Raid and Raid 2 because it came out way before.
I do want to say this about John Wick 2. There's a big plot hole that I wonder if anyone on here, please leave in the comments on one of our maybe YouTube or
I think TikTok. People are easy
TikTok. Well, depends if we get this, if we clip this out.
Yeah.
So you know how they're not supposed to you can't order one of those blood markers like a hit on people from the high table,
Yeah.
but then and then if you kill somebody from the high table, like it's not like permissible. Like, but how did homeboy like order a hit on somebody from the he didn't, he used it on the high table, he ordered a hit from somebody on the high table. Like, why was that? Like, that's a
You lost me. You 100% lost me.
okay. So do you remember the plot of two?
Yes.
Right, the Italian dude wants John to kill the Italian chick who's his sister. She sits on the high table.
Because he owed him.
Yeah, he owed him. But those blood markers, they tell you, like, first of all, you cannot attack anyone on the high table at any cost, right? But that blood marker was used to attack somebody on
I
that
think
high
it
table.
overrides it though.
I don't think it overrides
I
it.
think
But then, how are you sitting on the high table when you used your blood marker to kill somebody on the high table? Well, it doesn't make sense. John could have just been like, yo, my guy, I can't do this. This is against somebody on the high table.
You have to. Maybe if you watch 4, you just understand because there's old way.
I watched 3. I don't know what 4 is about, but I'm watching 3.
Well, like, 4 is about him going against the higher table. He goes on everybody.
Maybe they'll put in more rules, but from the 2, I was like, this shouldn't have been possible in the first place.
Yeah. And also that man, I forgot the actor's name. He's the guy that works on the front desk in John Wick. He passed away.
Oh yeah, he did.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
A spoiler: he dies in the movie in the first 5 minutes. So it's crazy.
Well, I'm pretty sure because he's probably sick and they knew he was gonna go. So like, let's just get him out the movie in the first place.
Yeah, it's crazy. But when I saw that in the first 5 minutes of the movie, I was like, was this coincidence? I was like, man, what sucks.
Also, you could have let me have that one.
No, I couldn't because you're gonna wait till it goes on HBO. All right.
Also, when you said spoiler alert, you said that so quick. Nobody listening to this was going to have. I might have to do a little slow mo.
No,
Like,
no, no,
by the
no,
way,
no,
he's going to
no,
ruin the movie for you.
no. Well, I did. Well, I did ruin the movie for my cousin yesterday because he was talking smack.
Which one? The one who messaged about your
Yeah, yeah. He's like, cut your hair,
that
whatever.
one?
Yusuf, my cousin Yusuf. Yeah.
Yeah.
I always ruin stuff for him.
Hold
It's
up.
hilarious because he doesn't realize it's coming. I'll ask about his day and I'm like, hey, how was it? And then I just snap right there.
Man, you guys are toxic.
It was the snap. All right.
Anywho, so yeah, that was pretty much it. That's all I had entertainment wise. Oh, Last of Us. We didn't talk
Great.
about that. Last of Us, I'm going to ruin it for you guys. One,
It's
two,
been out, so I don't care.
three. Well, it's been out, but
No,
I'm
I
going
don't
to
care.
ruin the first 3 episodes for you. You know, I'm going to ruin everything but the last episode, right?
Go.
Joel is fucking amazing.
Yes.
This dude is a fucking gangster.
Great actor. Great person.
Pedro Pascal.
Like amazing. Even with how he carries himself. Like because for me, I became a fan of him because of The Mandalorian, which is an amazing show.
I've never seen it.
It's Disney Plus, Star Wars, Mandalorian.
I watched 1 episode, could not. I was like,
no, see this guy, you're trash, bro. It's one of the best shows. Honestly, it's what's saving Disney Plus right now. There's nothing else that Disney Plus has that's not. It's The Mandalorian.
this has been out though.
Yeah, but the new season is coming out. It's every Wednesday. Right now.
Disney Plus has had other shit since The Mandalorian.
Yeah, but Mandalorian just took over. There's nothing else that's beating it.
They had all the Marvel shows. Nobody's talking about The Mandalorian no more.
Bro,
It's
I'm
all the
telling
Marvel
you,
shows now.
If you give Mandalorian a chance, you'll understand.
I understand why. It's had its time.
But anyways, let's go back to the act. Let's go back about
Yeah,
it.
so Last of Us, Joel is a real G, but how he turned into, like, now I kind of think he's a little scummy.
Because he liked her at the end?
Yeah.
Do you think he...
I don't think he needed to. I think she would have understood.
Maybe she knew... Because, like, at the end when she asked him, is like...
Because now you fucked up your relationship with her.
Because the lie?
Yeah. My dad always used to tell me, he always used to tell me, like, I'm gonna ask, if I ask you a question, I 90% of the chance I already know the answer. So please don't bother lying to me.
I think...
Right? Like, and that's sort of the same thing. I feel like she asked knowing that everything was bullshit. And then she was, and you could see in her face, you're like, oh, bet, cool, gonna lie to me. Like, as the camera went out, that's the first thing that went to my mind.
If they told her what the surgery was and how she's gonna sacrifice herself for the better people, she would do it?
I think she might have.
I think she might have.
She had that. Remember at the beginning of the episode, she had that speech talking about there's no looking back now. We're going all the way.
Yeah. No, I think she would have. But if she realized that they already tried it with so many other kids, like
did they try it with other kids?
I don't think that was part of the lie.
That was the lie. That wasn't.
Okay,
they didn't try it with other kids. Yeah, the whole thing was bullshit. But that was the whole point. Is like she had already said, like, yo, there's no turning back. And when you saw him, like, now this is where his selfishness kicks in, because you were like, oh, he's still trying to replace his daughter. And this is when the PTSD comes in. Yeah. Like, oh, you're trying to replace your daughter and you've lost sight of the whole mission.
Yeah, but he got attached to her.
Bro, he blew out that doctor's brain like just gangster.
Dude, when he went through floor by floor, that was my favorite. Well, that was one of my favorite scenes when he went floor to floor and he just headshots.
When she that previous episode when she stabbed pedophile homeboy
exactly
dude, I was like,
when she started stabbing that creepy ass dude. Oh, that was amazing.
Bro, as soon as he started like preaching and scripture and going through, I was like, this guy is a creep, and I'm just trying to figure out in which way he's a creep.
Dude, when he shows the bodies that they were eating human bodies, and he was telling the families that he wasn't burying them, it was so disgusting. It's all right. I still almost. Oh, I got 7 more minutes.
Sure you do. Not drinking my water.
No, hell no. No, but that was.
But yeah, that was.
Go watch it.
Great
actor.
It reminds me of Game of Thrones when Cersei blew up that church. I have never been happier to see a church blow up than when Cersei blew up that church.
But there was things saying that so now, because we're seeing where they take video games and then make them to TV shows, and obviously with The Last of Us, how it became a hit, we're gonna start seeing more of these things. But
it's not the first one. Resident Evil was
yeah, but
all video game.
But I mean, we're talking about like a hit though. Like, this is a good show.
Resident Evil was a hit. What are you talking about?
But this is like well written.
Well written or not, it was a
Nobody's
Resident
talking
Evil.
about Resident Evil.
What are you talking about, bro? We were too
Nobody's
young when
talking.
Resident Evil came out.
Nobody's talking about
Resident Evil has a fan base.
Okay. Anyways, do you? Because they're talking about season 2, they're gonna change a little bit things just to make it more for the show, and a lot of people were giving it like a lot of negative feedback. Are we gonna see now how book?
I think they have to.
Yeah, like you know how movies when they take from the book and they make it a movie, and then people are like, "Oh, the book is much better." We're gonna see the same type of fan base from like video gamers when they're just gonna shit on every show.
I think they might, because I have a couple friends who've played the video games, and they're like, I have no interest in watching this because I know everything that happens textbook, like bit by bit. And I think this makes it a little bit more interesting to intrigue more people to watch it
when they change a little things.
Yeah,
if they had,
because they're people who've played the video games and like they know exactly what's happening, and they're like, oh, this works. I like this. I like this way. Like maybe it goes that way. Maybe they enjoy it a little bit.
Pick one video game that you would like to see in a show.
One video game that I would like to see as a TV show?
A TV show.
Metroid.
Which one?
Metroid.
Okay.
Have you played Metroid?
No.
Do you know what it is?
Absolutely not.
It's a Game Boy. It's a Game Boy game that I used to that has also again very good fan base.
That's what you want to be, a TV show?
Yeah.
That's on a Game Boy?
It's a Game Boy game, and it's about
what year are we talking about?
It's about this chick. Metroid is about this chick in space, and she is I guess, space soldier, but easiest way to explain it to you.
Yeah.
And she goes onto this planet, gets infected, bonded with the suit, yada yada yada, and there's a whole series about it.
Actually, that doesn't sound that bad.
Like, yeah, she gets infected and like bonded with her suit, and then yeah, it's a very fun game. I have the new one. I have the Metroid Dread game on the Switch, and
yeah,
and I really like it. The music on the game is really good. It really is great at setting the scene. I wouldn't play it. Like maybe one day I'll lend it to you. Like you could just, it's really good at setting the scene of what's going on. Like terrifies you. Fighting those little robots terrifies the hell out of you.
That doesn't sound bad at all. So for the video game that I like, that I played. So just to give a background, there was some, like I would say, filmmakers on YouTube back in the day. They did a little series show, like a couple episodes, and it came out really good. And then they did come out with the movie, but nobody really ever watched it. It kind of flopped. But I feel like if they made a TV show, like if HBO takes it, like a big company like that, and especially if they take the chapter when they're in Jerusalem, if they do Assassin's Creed, that'd be so fire.
I think they have.
No, they did a movie.
Oh, they did the movie.
And the movie flopped. Like the movie was absolutely trash. Like nobody even knew about the movie. Like I'll talk about, like I even watched it in theaters and it was absolutely trash.
Like
but if they take it into a show and they actually get the casting, it would be like.
Have you seen the Dragon Ball movie?
Dragon Ball movie.
Dragon Ball Z movie.
No, I seen the trailer. I remember like
it's based on
that's old.
The Dragon Ball movie, like the live action movie.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's old.
It's disgusting.
Yeah, that's what I'm
I think there was a second one they tried to do. Disgusting.
No, they shut that down. I remember now.
They might have shut that down. Disgusting.
No, I think Dragon Ball Z would be hard because everybody has Dragon Ball Z. Just don't touch it. It's perfectly the way it is. But I think Assassin's Creed would be perfect to make it a live action. Like I would say a TV show, especially the chapter when they're in Palestine, Jerusalem. That would be a fire. But that's our take.
That's my take. Let's move on. All right.
So I put a post on Insta to ask us questions. Just want to give a little note that we actually see who posted those questions, because I had one of my good friends, my dumbass best friend. She goes, "How does it feel to be so ugly, Issam?" And I DM'd her and I was like, I could see that. She thought it was anonymous. This dumb bitch, you stupid idiot. She really goes, "How does it feel to be ugly, Issam?" And I'm like, you really want to go at it? You want to go at it? And she goes, "Wait, I thought it was anonymous." So just let people know that.
But she's not ugly though.
Who?
But your friend who posted that is not ugly though.
Charbella?
How's she gonna go?
She's hideous.
I don't know.
She's not gonna listen anyways.
I don't know. Somebody looks like Kung Fu Panda.
That's fine. I'll take that.
Look at you.
All right, so I
bet when you go boxing, do they make the doom noise when they hit you?
Oh, dude. Honestly, I fuck with Kung Fu Panda.
I love it. It's a great movie. Series too, all of them, 1 through 3 or whatever. Yeah. Anyway, let's ask the questions.
So I got a question for you, and this goes this from Rels. Shout out to Rels.
I don't think they want to say what their name say.
No, I'll say their name.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, ain't nobody listening. One age, one superpower for the rest of your life. What, and why?
Oh, 27 Wolverine healing. Easy.
Oh, that's a good one.
27 because it's right after. I want to say maybe
That's
right
a
before.
good
I think it was
one.
right before my shoulder surgery.
Because you're 27, that
So
was your prime physique.
not my prime physique. Oh hell no, my
Is
prime
that why?
physique is probably like 20.
Then why did you pick 20? Why'd you pick 27?
Because it was right before the shoulder surgery, and then I picked the regenerative healing because it could fix everything before the surgery.
I see. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
And then I think I was at like a good weight. I looked, my skin was clear, all of that. My hair was
Yeah.
nice. Well, it still is, but hey.
Yeah.
And just that Wolverine healing. I don't want
know.
nothing else. I don't want anything
For
else.
me, what I wouldn't know how to pick an age one because that's just weird. Because the superpower I pick, which one? What is it called when you can just transform to somebody that you saw?
Uh, transformation,
Is it called transformation? Is that a fine with it?
transmutation. I don't know. What the fuck
Like if you saw an old guy, then you look at him.
telemorph.
Is it some, there's a word
Yeah,
for it.
telemorph.
Telemorph or something like that. So I would do that, but I'll go to.
Metamorph. Yeah.
Is it? But you know what I'm talking about,
Yeah,
right?
metamorphosis.
So, for
is
example, like if I saw,
maybe telemorph. Yeah, whatever. I know what you mean. You want the mystique. You want the mystique thing
so I
minus
can
being
transition
blue.
to them. I look exactly like them, sound just like them. So what I would do is like I would just go to funerals and see who died, and then just transform to them. And just
I
walk.
know that's a lie. You're gonna be with your side chicks and you're gonna be like, "Is it big enough? Is it big
No,
enough?
no,
No, too big. Okay.
About what?
What about that?
About what?
You're gonna be sitting there trying to transform.
No, it's stupid. I don't need to. That would have been a funny one. Is transform and then to like so we go to funerals and see who died, and then like a day later just show up at the house and just fucking creep
That's
them out.
terrible. That's a
'Cause the other
terrible
one I
reason. I
had
just
in
want to live
mind-
life healthy, my guy. What's
No,
wrong with
because the other
you?
one I had in my mind was like just fly and just go fly
No, I
around
don't
and
want
eat
that.
food. But that was boring.
Not gonna lie, I feel like the Wolverine one is gonna make me prime target for government experimentation. But hey, who knows?
Why? So you can feel like a or is-
No, I don't want that.
so you
I
can feel like
maybe-
a man for once. Is that why?
I might change to something else. I might change into little Professor X. Like try to do. You know what? I can't be Professor X. If I have his powers, I also have
You
epilepsy.
could
We're
because you
screwed.
can't barely walk with those knees. You could be Professor X.
If I have Professor X powers, I just want to see the lottery numbers.
I think Professor X powers would be annoying. Just knowing
I just
exactly.
want to see the lottery numbers, my guy.
But
I
just
don't want
seeing
nothing
everybody
else.
thinks, bro, that'd be annoying.
I want to live, oddly enough, I want to live a normal human life where I grow old, age, just a little bit healthy, and just have money. That's all I want. I want nothing else in life.
Next question. Okay, I'm gonna say the first part of her username is Chic. I'm not gonna say the rest of it, but
I know who it is. It's Shakora. You can say Shakora.
Okay, because you.
I know who it is.
Okay, Shakora. Am I saying it right?
Yeah.
Okay, I don't want to piss her off. Her question is, what is the craziest thing that happened to you on a date? Go for it.
No, you go first.
No,
I
you go
answered.
first.
I
No, you
answered
go
the last question first. You
I
go first.
answered the last question. No, I answered the first question. You answered the second one, the third one.
I answered all of them.
Go.
What is your craziest date?
What is your craziest date?
I'm not telling you.
Okay, then we're gonna just talk about it and then cut it. No, just go ahead. Go ahead.
Craziest date. I'm trying to see which is one that is appropriate. I got quite a few.
Oh, you've been on plenty of dates.
I'm plenty of crazy dates, but I'm not telling you guys the parking lot story.
Hey,
I'm not
what?
telling you that. I will say there was one where I went over and I threw up like all over.
Oh, what
But
an
I
amazing
was not-
story!
I was
What an
not-
ama- thank you
wait,
for-
wait.
Thank you for sharing this amazing story.
Wait. Let me finish. I threw
Oh,
up all
please.
over and then I had a seizure.
Oh, just thanks for cutting all the crazy parts and just leaving everybody out. Absolutely, thanks. You're an amazing story.
Like I went over. It was a nice. It was a regular day. Had everything, whatever. And
Yeah.
then I just like next thing you know, I'm like vomit everywhere.
So
I
you,
was like, what's going on?
so you ended it. So you ended it by vomiting and having a seizure.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was a fun early 20s. I think I was still in Sydney at the time.
So, so you consider that as your crazy thing that happened? on a
How
date?
many people have you thrown up at their house and had seizures
I
on a
haven't,
date? Have
but
you?
I'm just saying.
I feel like that's a crazy date.
that is a crazy day.
That
but
is,
it's
how
like,
many seizures have
there's
you had
no
on
context.
people's
You're just
dates?
saying crazy wild shit.
I have epilepsy, by the way. Like I'm not doing like
Damn, you just put in your milk.
I'm
with the
not doing
conditioner?
like crazy. Well, what am I supposed to hide it? Like, come on.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. Fair enough.
There's nothing to be ashamed about. And maybe one day we'll have like an epilepsy expert on here.
Well, I don't have
What's
one.
your crazy story?
Nah,
Don't give me
okay,
this
I'll
bullshit.
tell
You
mine,
have
I'll
one.
tell you mine. I'll tell you mine. Okay. So this is late last year. All right.
Oh.
So I'll tell a story with a little bit more background, not like you just giving the crazy part. So I go to the gym and I met so I seen her before at the gym. You know when you have this like kind of gym crush type of thing, when you just say hi type of whatever.
Stalker.
Anyways, Finally, one day she came up to me. She's like, "Nice shirt," because I was wearing a Selena shirt, not the Selena Gomez, Selena the OG, the Mexican superstar. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh, how dare you insult the great Selena Gomez?
Okay.
They're gonna cuss
So
you
she goes,
out.
"Nice shirt." That kind of opened a conversation, and I finally manned up. I asked for the digits, number gun, perfect. We talked for the next day, just regular text messaging. Hey, how are you? Simple things. And then by the third day, I was like, "Hey, let's go grab lunch. It's my treat." So I'm thinking about like something healthy. I was like, "Let's go get sushi. Nothing crazy, nothing bougie, simple sushi." You know what I'm talking about. So we sit at the
Mhm.
sushi bar. So you know when the sushi bar when they make the sushi right in front of you,
Right?
type of thing. Everything was chilling. It was a good vibe at first. And then we were talking, and then she said something in Spanish to me. And I think she was
¿Qué?
no, she was saying, "No, you don't know Spanish." But she said something and I didn't
Hablo poquito
understand.
español.
Okay, no, you don't. So she said something. I can't really like recall exactly what it is, but I think she said, "Pass me something." I was just like, "I'm sorry, I don't speak Spanish." She was like, "How are you Mexican if you don't speak Spanish?" And I was just like, "Where did you get this Mexican? Like, I'm not Mexican. There's nothing wrong with it. All my friends are Mexican." But I was just like, "I'm not Mexican. It's like I'm Arab." And then when she heard Arab, she like her eyes just like flashed like Arab, like Middle Eastern, like the ones that like beat their wives. Bro, when she said that, the guy that was making the sushi stopped. I swear to God, I could see it from the eye, like corner of my eye. Just stop.
So,
She said this loud, bro. Loud. Bro, I never felt embarrassed in my life. She goes, "Oh, Middle
she said
Eastern?
the guy who's.
The guys that beat their wives?" I said, "No, we don't. Whatever."
You're like, what?
A minute, 2 minutes goes by, right? It was a little awkward because she realized that how stupid she sounded. She was like, "Oh, I got to use the bathroom." Well, as soon as she walks out and she's gone from the corner of the bathroom, the dude leans over. That makes the sushi goes, "Bro, you can leave. Like, it's fine. Like, I understand." Like, he was feeling bad for me. I looked at him and I was
I
like,
would
"No,
have.
man.
Did you leave?
No, I couldn't." Because I said this. I even told him this.
I would have put a 20 on the desk and
No,
left.
because I was like, if I left, then I would have proved her point. Like, we're crazy or Arab men are just weird. Like, I was like, no, I'll just be the gentleman I am.
I would have just put the 20
No,
and left and be like, I'm gonna pay for this,
it gets
but you
worse.
figure
No,
it
it
out.
gets worse. It gets worse. Then she sits down for like another 5 minutes and starts talking about how she's blown up on TikTok. She was full of herself. Though, and then part of me I was just like, why am I even here? But then also I'm a sucker for Latinas. You know me. If it's a Latina, I'm a
Like
sucker.
90% of
But she
Middle
was
Eastern
talking about,
guys.
but she was gassing herself up, right? She's talking about like, oh, like I'm doing this type of things. She just kept talking about how she has crazy followers on TikTok. Bro, at that time when I checked, she had probably like 1,500 followers on TikTok. I think one of her videos hit like 60K. But to her, that was like, I made it. Anyways, whatever. She starts texting. Apparently she texted her cousin because I can see her phone. Like she didn't like you can like see the text message. She didn't even tried to hide it. You know what she texted her? I don't know if it was her cousin or her best friend. She said, "Hey, call me in 5 minutes. Act like it's an emergency so I can leave." I was like, "Damn!" Like bro,
Yikes.
she didn't even try to hide it. So I was like, "Whatever." I was like, "This is not gonna go well. I already know." And then the call comes in, and bro, I'm eating sushi by the time. Then I'm like, I'm paying for this. Might as well just enjoy the dinner. She's like, "I'm so sorry, I gotta go." I said, "By all means, have a great day." She's like, I was like, "No, covering the bill. You can get your Uber or whatever it is." That was the last time, right? All of a sudden, she did try to like say hi to me in 2 weeks, but I was just kept it like respectful, like give them the nod.
The guys who
No.
be. I'm still thinking of the guys who be.
This
Who
is what,
says this? This is
yeah.
some shit. This is some
No,
like.
because dude, if I was being an asshole back, then I prove her point.
That's not what I mean. Like, I'm just thinking, like, who the fuck says that to
Oh,
somebody on the date at all?
bro, wild shit. But she was crazy.
People have no home training. You can't even keep your prejudice to
And
yourself. Like,
then
damn.
so this is the end of last year. So at the beginning, like mid of January, do you remember when I posted that
No, I don't
goofy
remember.
ass TikTok that I made and it blew up?
All of your TikToks are goofy. I don't
Yeah,
remember.
but you're talking about the one that hit the million view.
Oh, okay, yeah. I remember when. I don't remember
Okay,
it.
so it
I
hit
remember when.
it hit 1 million views. It blew up. Got a little bit more followers, and it was just corny stuff. All of a sudden, she saw that because she followed me on TikTok, and she was like, "Oh my god, let's hang out. We should collab." And I was just like, "Oh, should we collab?"
Yeah, no.
I was like, "No." Last time I checked, I thought we'd be our
Yeah, I don't.
wives.
I hope she sees this.
I don't know if she sees this. Go fuck yourself, to be honest with you. But that
Yeah,
was my
that's fucked
craziest
up,
one. What do you mean?
lady.
She a fucking
You need, a little. You need like a little.
no. She did try to come back.
You need.
Like,
What's the word?
she's talking about let's collab.
You need
Collab
other. You
these
need some home
nuts,
training. You need to talk to your mother. You need to talk to a therapist. That was a weird comment on like the
bro.
first date.
All loud and clear. She goes, "Don't y'all beat your wives?" I was like, "What?"
The ones that y'all beat you.
Bro, they're crazy. That's why Latinos are crazy. But I'm a sucker for them,
There's a
bro.
lot of shit, and there's a lot of shit we can judge Arab guys on, but like that was a bit.
But then
Like,
also there is some
this
fucking
is not the one.
there is some dumbass Arab guys that ruin it for the rest of
Oh
us.
yeah, absolutely. This is everybody who ruins it for everybody.
But
That makes sense.
we know exactly who they
But
are.
just to say your point,
Yeah.
I thought you said something earlier like, oh, it's kind of like you don't have a problem like with Mexican, you just have a problem being like mislabeled like constantly.
Yeah.
And that's fine. It's like when I tell people I'm black and they don't believe me and they're like, "Oh, you must be from." I usually get Pakistan is the one I get the most.
Yeah.
Pakistan, Bangladesh, India.
Why does it
Those
say
are the ones I get.
Pakistan?
I don't know because
Just
I
say
think it's. I
Pakistan.
think because I have a Muslim name and my family's Muslim, so they assume like, oh, he's more likely from Pakistan because Pakistan used to be part of India once upon a time.
But I never thought you were from Pakistan. I already knew like you're black.
Because you knew me and you knew the people around me.
No, but I mean like even just like for the first time I was like, oh, that's a black.
There was like that guy on
That's a brother
TikTok
right
who
there.
like the guy on TikTok who didn't like I guess our taste in movies and was like, oh, maybe I should go review
Oh, that
like
is true.
Indian
You did
movies.
get the Indian
And
comment.
I'm like,
You did get the
okay.
Indian comment. I got no. My favorite. For right now so far we're getting a lot of engagement through TikTok and it's been.
I love it. It's a
hilarious.
great conversation
It's
starter.
a great conversation. And
That's why I have a
we're
lot of
doing really
Pakistani
great.
friends.
And then most of them end up following us, which is great. Like that just let them know like, hey, we're good vibes.
I don't know if he follows.
But my favorite one is oh, let's cancel him. And I'm like, I don't even have a platform to be canceled. Like,
I know.
but if you want to
Like,
cancel me, by all means. And the second one was
with the
all these
36 followers.
no, this one is like two grown ass men talking about Selena, and I thought it was I just cried.
Right.
I was dying on that one. So no, that's cool. But that was my story of my craziest date. I did have a better date after that by someone else, so I want to
I have some really good ones, but I'm not
I
gonna.
mean,
I'm
the
gonna
good
say
ones
I'm
after
gonna
that.
save those for.
But
Remember last time when I said I have a really funny crap myself in public story?
We still
All
waiting
right,
on the show.
500 subscribers. You know.
But to be fair, because I little side note, I was like, do I look Mexican? Which I don't mind, but I think it was because the
I think you
Selena
do.
shirt gave her a thing. Was like, oh, he's Mexican. This is Spanish
I think you
music.
look like Puerto Rican.
That's fine. I'll take it. I have family in Puerto Rico. Shout out to my family in Puerto Rico.
Also, you're from New York. I'd believe that.
Jersey, but same. It's not the same.
Same thing, just as obnoxious.
I'm not
minus the
saying-
hair gel.
Yeah, exactly. It's minus the hair gel. But I would say that now if I do talk to somebody, I'm first thing I say like, hey, just let you know I'm Arab. Like I do say that first thing now. Like when I go on dates now, I'm like, hey, just let you know I'm Middle Eastern.
Why do you say it like it's something wrong?
No, it's not because bro, I don't want to be accused again.
Just let you know I'm Arab. We can't cross TSA easily.
Yeah,
Every
literally.
airport trip is gonna be 5
we
hours.
don't beat our wives, bro. She said it out loud and clear, bro.
We don't
But
beat our
nothing.
wives.
I think what made it worse is the guy feeling bad for me. He's like, bro, just walk, just walk.
That was good.
As he's rolling the sushi, he goes, just walk. And I was like,
Just
nah,
get
man, I
outta
prove her
here.
point.
All right. Well, I think we've definitely gone hella over time.
100%.
You did have one that I really think I'm going to convince you to talk about next week. That one question.
Well, no, we'll save that one for in the future.
No, next week, bro. Next week.
We can't because that one we need to have a female Arab.
No, we're not going to have
Yes,
no
we do.
guests on here for like another year.
Then we can wait for another year for that.
No,
one.
come
Yeah,
on.
No, we can't.
I
Because,
don't understand why we need a female guest for that one. It wasn't asking from a female perspective.
Bro,
It
we
was
need a
asking
female
from a guy perspective.
There's some things that some guys have to talk about, but then you also got to be respectful that we need also a female perspective on it.
I get that, but the question
then-
was
then-
asked.
then-
But the
then I don't
question
know why you're
didn't want.
complaining.
The question was asked by a female. She already knew why.
Exactly. Then I would
She
love to
wants
have
our perspective.
Yeah, but I would love to have her here so she can give her point of view as well. Because then it's going to be biased. There's certain things, and I'm telling this for the gentlemen, where you can talk about it, but also you need to have a female perspective. Anything else?
That's fine. Whatever. But other than that, no, you guys have been great. Please, please, please.
Thank you so much for the
Like,
support as well.
subscribe, 5 stars, and listen on Spotify. Believe it or not, makes a huge difference.
Yes,
right?
actually, we do need the Spotify numbers to come up to help us out in the future. So if you do
Right.
have Spotify, just click on it, let it play for 2 minutes, and just go watch it back on YouTube.
Because
We need to get that.
we're a week away. Well, I'm a week away from payday, and I just dropped on this laptop so we can edit and get you guys content quicker and more consistently. Hey, you know what? If they want to wait 4 or 5 days until they get the content out, be my guest because my MacBook Air can't handle it.
We'll
but
get better. We'll get
had
better.
to invest in something so you guys can get content out like that. So
Okay.
you know,
I will end this show with a quote, which I will get better. So just listen carefully. You don't have to listen, but it's a great poem that I read. Everything is changing, and maybe that means you don't know where you're going, but maybe that means something beautiful is just around the corner. Thank you so much,
I'm gonna
guys.
ban these segments.
No, you're not gonna ban
These
these
fortune
segments.
cookie ass.
Always be
quotes.
kind to each other. Love yourself. Anything else, Karim?
No, I'm
it.
great.
And my name is
and
Issam. And
my
this
name is Karim.
And this is Lost in the Desert podcast, episode 3. Thank you.
Thank you so much.